Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well and welcome back. Look at this. They're my little live audience today, sitting on my desk. But in today's video, I'm finally going to be testing out LYS Beauty. LYS Beauty stands for Love Yourself, and they're a very interesting brand. I'm super excited to be trying out their products today. They are exclusively at Sephora, and they are the first Black-owned Sephora clean color cosmetics brand. So all of their formulas are clean and they're formulated with skincare ingredients as well, so they're good for your skin. They also have a very desirable price point, which is exciting. I thought these products were going to be a lot more pricey until I looked at the prices on Sephora. And I thought I was on the US site too. I couldn't believe the Canadian pricing for these items. And most importantly, they are very inclusive. I have this really handy info book here with me, so I'll go through more information as I go on. But before we get into today's video, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. Before we get into it, I also wanted to mention that they're cruelty-free, vegan, and they have plant-based ingredients. And I also wanted to know what was up with the triangle, because all of their products are in the shape of a triangle, even the brushes. So I wanted to see, so I searched the website and it says that it all represents the delta symbol, which represents change, and that's an important brand pillar to them. It says here, not only are we shifting the clean beauty conversation, but we want to remind our customers that at any given moment on any given day, they can positively change the way that they treat, talk, and love themselves, which is so cute and precious. I have to say, I think my favorite thing about the brand so far is the names of the actual shades. They're very reminiscent of like Rare Beauty. They're all very positive names, like kindness, self-love, resilience, motivate, all very positive things, and I love that. So the first product I'm going to be trying out today is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. They do have a face primer, but I don't have that with me here. So I'm going to just go right into it with foundation first. So the Triple Fix Serum Foundation is formulated with hyaluronic acid, turmeric, and ashwagandha. Ashwagandha? I feel like I nailed that. I wasn't sure if my mouth was going to say that, but it did. The shade range consists of 35 flexible shades. It's buildable, light to medium coverage with a natural skin finish. They sent over 2 shades. I have MN3 and MN1. So I'll quickly swatch them on my face so we can see which one matches better. Ooh, that looks like a nice shade. This is MN1. Might be a little bit light. And here is MN3. Oh, I think this one's going to be a better match. Ooh, the texture feels really nice. I'm trying to spread it out a little bit more. I might have to mix them honestly, because this one looks a little bit dark and this one's a bit light. I'll start off with MN3 and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm first going to apply that with the Fenty Beauty foundation brush, number 115. And I think I'm just going to use MN3 just because it does have a lighter coverage. That's what it says anyways. I haven't tried this yet. Oh, this feels really nice. This one looks like a great shade match for me today, actually. Really happy with how that applied. It was very easy. The finish is a bit glowy, so I'm a bit concerned that it might be too much for my oily combo skin. So I'm not sure. They do have a powder, which I'll be going in with shortly here, but that looks really beautiful. It definitely has a light to medium coverage. I wouldn't say that this is the lightest coverage, but it's still allowing my skin to shine through, which I do really love. The finish is really pretty. I like the way it looks right now. And it blended out flawlessly. I'm now just going to go over with my sponge just to pick up any excess or remove any brush strokes left behind. But this looks really promising. It blended out with ease, super easy to disperse all over the face, and I think it looks lovely. I love the amount of coverage. It looks very natural, just like skincare, honestly. Very serum-y. I dig that so far. So now for concealer, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty one since I'm trying this one out this month and they don't have a concealer yet. I'm using the shade 190. Ooh, I like the combo of that concealer with this foundation. I think that looks nice. So now that I have concealer on, I'll give you a nice close-up so you can see what it's looking like on my skin. I think it's very flattering, to be honest. I might just add a second layer to some areas just to see how this builds up. I'm a little bit curious. So I'm going to take that brush again with a bit more foundation, and I'm going to concentrate it in areas where I want to build up. That built up really nicely actually. And I'm really liking how this is resting on my skin because I do have quite a few dry spots right now. And it's not accentuating them whatsoever. It's just hydrating them and just going over them without highlighting them or anything weird. I think that looks great. So the next product I'm going to be trying out is the Triple Fix Translucent Pressed Setting Powder. And they have 4 shades available. I have the shade Resilience, which is the lightest one. Here's what it looks like in the pan. So let's see what this does under the eye first. I'm going to use this brush. It's a Melt 87 one. I just like to use a little fluffy brush under the eye. I feel like it sets the eye nicely. This powder might be more for the face instead of under the eyes, but I still was curious to see what it looked like under there because you never know. You never know. It's not looking horrible. It's just darkening up my concealer a tiny bit. But I have a feeling that this is going to look really, really nice on the bigger areas of my face because it's very, very blurring under the eye. I do like that aspect. I'm just going to set my forehead because they do have a cream blush, which I'm going to be going in with, and I don't want to mess things up with powder underneath of that. So I'm going to take it on this Moda blush brush. Ooh, oh yeah, super blurring all of a sudden. I saw that, I was like, magic. I'm also going to put some on my chin, but I'll set the center of my face here in a little bit. But that looks lovely from my mirror over there. Very, very blurring, not texture enhancing. It does feel a little tightening, but not horrible. Not horrible for like a more matte powder. Yeah, that looks lovely. I still have a bit of glow shining through, but it's not greasy looking. And I feel nice and set. And it doesn't feel very powdery when you touch it. It just feels like naked skin without makeup on. Let's see how that settles in. But now I'm going to bronze up my face. I'm really excited to try out the bronzer. They have 5 shades available. I have the shade Motivate, which is the lightest one. This is a talc-free velvet formula, skincare infused, naturally sculpts, defines, and warms the skin. So it has green tea extract, sodium hyaluronate, hopefully I said that right, and niacinamide. I'm going to be using my Moda Pro Angled blush brush to apply the bronzer. I think this color is going to be really nice for my skin tone. It's going to give like a nice subtle definition and it doesn't look too warm. Okay, it's a little bit more pigmented than I thought, so I'm just going to work at the edges here a little bit, but that looks nice. It is a bit more red than I was expecting, but I'm not mad at it. Like, it's very, very subtle compared to the other bronzers I've been using. It might be a little bit more tricky to blend out from what I'm seeing right now, but I think it's still workable. I think I dug my brush way too far into it. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a sheerer powder, but it's a little bit more pigmented than what I'm used to right now. I also feel like it's really grabbing onto my base since it is on the more dewy side. So I feel like it's just really setting in place. I feel like next time I use this foundation, I'll be a little bit more generous with the powder because it is kind of grabbing onto the product I put on top. But I wanted to apply my makeup like I usually do just so I can see the differences in these products. So now I know for next time. But it's not bad. I feel like I still look nicely diffused. Even though the product really did grab onto the foundation, I feel like it's still blended pretty seamlessly. I'm just going to go over with my foundation brush just to kind of get rid of that overblend. That looks nice. Today I'm going to skip highlighter just because I don't really feel like I need it. I'm glowy enough and I'm happy with the amount of glow going on, so I feel like I can skip the extra step. And I'm going to go straight into blush. And I have 2 shades here. I have the shades Kindness, which is like this nice pinky peachy shade, and Self-Love, which has more of a berry undertone to it. I think I'm more drawn to this one today. I've been wanting to play with peaches again and I've been missing them, so I'm going to use this shade. They have 6 blush shades in total, and it says here that it's bold yet buildable. It's a satin matte finish, creamy, easy to blend formula. So I'm going to blend that out with my Smith 115 brush. Oh yeah, that looks really, really nice. I'm just dabbing the excess on the back of my hand so I don't go in with too much. That's such a fresh color. Cute! I really like that color. A little bit on the chin just to be generous, because why not? Wow, that's a really cute color. Very easy to blend to. Wow, I really, really like that. It's quite sheer, so it doesn't look like it adds any coverage, you know? That sunk right into all of the products I used. Even on top of the bronzer, it looks nice. I was afraid that it was going to get a little bit muddy or muddled in there, but it didn't. I'll swatch the other shade while I'm at it. Ooh, it feels really nice. A nice pinky berry tone. I feel like I'll use that more in the fall. I just picked up the translucent powder once again because I'm now going to put some in the center of my face here. So again with the Moda blush brush. Cute. I'm really, really liking my base right now. So there it is, all complete. How do you feel about the base going on right now? I, for one, love it. I think it looks really nice. This is something I want my face to look like every day, honestly. I'll bring you guys in even closer so you can see how my skin's looking. I think it's just uber flattering. There's so much dimension going on. The glow is beautiful. Everything's sitting on my skin really beautifully. I have high hopes, very high hopes. So now that the base is all complete, it's time for me to do my brows as well as prime my eyelids. So while I'm off doing that, please enjoy Ren and Lani's first brow intermission. For my eyes today, I'm going to be using the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette, and I think I'm just going to use some of the lighter matte shades in here for something a little bit softer and just really quick, since the focus of this video is the LYS products. So I think I'm going to use like these two shades right here. I just want a little soft glam look. Honestly, the powder under my eyes is really growing on me. I don't think it darkened up my concealer after all. I think it just looks really, really nice under there now. See what I'm seeing? Okay, so here are the eyes all done. I did do my mascara off camera because my eye was freaking out. I flicked a bunch of powder in there and it's all red and weird, so ignore that. But these are the mascaras I used. For the top lashes, I tried out the Rouge Beauty one again, and for my bottom, of course, I used my M Cosmetics Pick Me Up. Just very soft and subtle for today's look. Now let's move on to the lips. So for my lips, I'm going to be trying out this Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil. It says here that it's a long-lasting hydration high shine finish, doubles as an overnight treatment. And it has sunflower, carrot, sweet almond, and macadamia nut oil in it. So stay away if you have a nut allergy. It also has cold pressed chia seed oil and vitamin E. So I'm going to first line my lips a little bit with the Huda Beauty Honey Beige lip liner. And I'm just running my finger over the liner to diffuse it a little bit. I just wanted that color there. And now I'm going to try this out. Really interesting applicator. I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, just kidding, I feel good about it. It feels really cool applying this. Cute, really, really glossy. And it feels very nourishing. It honestly just feels like a normal gloss. It's thicker than I was expecting, but not in a bad way. Might be a little sticky. Now that I'm talking, I saw the strings. Uh-oh. Maybe I just applied too much. I think it was too much on. I think we're clear. Okay, so here is the finished final look. I love how my makeup looks today. I didn't expect this result, honestly. I feel like this is how I would want my makeup to look every day. Like the finish, the textures, everything play beautifully together. And it feels like it's going to stay really nice. Over the course of this video, I don't think my skin got glowier, which is nice. It doesn't feel heavy or sticky on the skin. I'm not aware that I'm wearing makeup, which is my favorite thing. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this wears throughout the day today, but I'll give you my final thoughts on the few things I tried out today. What is my favorite? Definitely the blush. I really, really love the blush. I feel like I would feel comfortable recommending that already. It's gorgeous. It blended out seamlessly, really easy to use, and the texture is stunning. For the other things, I feel like I'm going to have to try out a few more times before giving you my final recommendations, but honestly everything played really, really nicely. The foundation really surprised me. I love how buildable it was. I love how sheer it was in some areas. It's just what I look for finish-wise in a foundation. It feels very comfortable. It was easy to apply. I feel like this is going to be a reliable one, and it feels just like a skincare product when you're applying it. Really, really interesting. It feels through and through very, very high quality, and I adore the packaging as well. I just love how everything's a triangle. I think that's really cool. It feels a lot more luxe than its price point. Really cool. I don't know how they did it. With like the custom packaging and the formulas, I don't understand how they pulled this price. I don't. The bronzer, I feel like I'm going to have to give it another try just because of how it applied. I'm curious to see how it applies on top of other bases. It did apply really nicely today. It was just a little bit sticky, but I think that's because of the foundation. I think next time I'll set my face a little bit in this area before going in with any bronzers. I feel like it would happen to any powder bronzer, to be honest, but I'm excited to see how this looks with other products. And for the powder, honestly, I'm really, really intrigued by this setting powder. It feels really nice. The only thing though with these triangle products, I don't know what's what. I keep opening them. It's hard to differentiate between the three. I was a little bit nervous about the setting powder at first because it felt a bit tightening, but that feeling went away really quickly. So I feel like this is the one that I'm going to add into my rotation. It feels really nice. It looks good. It just blurred beautifully. It set my makeup. It didn't enhance any texture, nor did it look cakey. It just looks like I'm not wearing any powder, and that's what I look for in a face powder. And it grew on me under the eye. I'm gonna try that out with other concealers and see how I feel. All in all, the only thing I feel like I could go without is this lip product. But other than that, I feel really, really, really excited about everything I tried out today. Everything performed beautifully. I don't have any major negative points to say. I think this was a major success. I'm excited to see what they're going to come out with next. Really thoroughly impressed today. But I think that is all from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a like. It would help me out so very much. I'll make sure to list all of the products I used in the description down below as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.